Good morning. We are getting our first snow. So, I have been watching a lot of videos and doing a lot of research. The bald dude from Europe that is traveling through, uh, he's making the journey from Venezuela up to the Mexico-United States border. Um, the other guy that's kind of going along with him and stuff have shown so much of the journey that it was crazy. Seeing what these people go through to get here. The thing that a lot of people don't talk about is both of those videos hit on them being in Colombia and the amount of Venezuelan people that are running the business for the Colombian owners. It's not Colombians that are running it, it's Venezuelan people that are running it. They have oversaturated Colombia so much that a lot of the Colombian people, they don't even run their own businesses, and the local Colombian people are not the ones hired to run them. It's the Venezuelan people that are hired to run them because they do it much cheaper, like sometimes almost for nothing. And when you those videos into perspective and you try to see what's going on, it starts to make more sense on why and how. Is Venezuelan people have come from nothing, the government falling apart, the prisons being thinned out and people let out into their communities and stuff, and people are moving. They're trying to migrate to other areas to have a better life because they have nothing in Venezuela. The problem is they're moving into other countries and they're taking over their path of how they provide for their family and stuff like that, and it's really doing a number on the local stability of the people that are actually Colombian that live there, that are from there. As Venezuelans, people that have come in and moved in and taken over everything, that are starting to run these businesses and stuff for the Colombian owners, and they're taking advantage of the Colombian or the Venezuelan people. But the Venezuelan people know, and they're okay with it because it's somewhere for them to start, while pushing the Colombian people out of the businesses because the Venezuelan people run it at a cheaper price to the owner. But then you have to get to the Darien Gap, and then you have to make it through the Darien Gap, which is a extremely dangerous, hostile environment for them to cross over the waters, get to the Darien Gap, and then make it through the jungle. And if you're not killed by some kind of disease or injury or something from walking through the rocky terrain or up and down the steep, slippery, muddy hillsides and stuff, and if you don't get stung or bit by some kind of animal or insect or touch some kind of poisonous plant, a lot of times the cartel there, the guerrillas in the jungle, will snatch you up and actually steal all your stuff while you're passing through it. About 4 months ago, I was talking to a Venezuelan, and he was showing me his journey, and he was showing me coming through Colombia and then getting on the boat and going through the waters and stuff, and then getting to the Darien Gap and how nasty it was, and they had to put bags around their legs, bags around their shoes and stuff because it was so soupy and swampy, and you couldn't touch anything. You had to try to keep your gloves on all the time, and then you had like plastic on underneath the main gloves so you can grab onto things, and if something, you did touch something, it didn't soak through the gloves, the plastic would protect. And every once in a while you would stop and you'd wash the gloves out and stuff if somebody had some kind of soap to use. It was, watching this video was just absolutely unbelievable what they had to go through. And then there's a chance that you may end up getting caught by the military trying to get into the Darien Gap, and if the military does catch you, they will escort you back out of there. Sometimes you can get in trouble, sometimes you can get put in jail, sometimes you just get escorted out. There's a very high chance that the military or the guerrillas will get to you without a doubt. And these people still chance it. They take their kids through it. They sell their children to other people, so it makes it look like they're a family that's trying to get somewhere for asylum. People might have more sympathy or something. And once you make it out of the Darien Gap and you start making your way further north from south, there's people you got to pay along the way. They're not just paying, at the border to get into Mexico and then get out of Mexico. They're paying at these other countries as well. they're paying for people to take them to just specific locations and stuff. You might jump in a boat and go 10 minutes downriver and end up spending, X amount of dollars to get there. And then once you get there, you got to pay a man to start to escort you into where you need to start your journey in the Darien Gap, and then follow a specific path where people are already traveling. It's a very, very, very dangerous process. And I don't think people understand how dangerous it is. The problem is, these people are leaving their country because they don't have anything in their country. Their country is not even worth being in anymore because there's nobody there to actually help fix the infrastructure of what's going on in Venezuela. Their political party has failed. Their government overlooking assistance has failed. And the people there have minimal to no reason to be there. I understand that. But our government is letting them come here and not securing the border, and it's making it into the southern states. Well, people in the southern states are tired of it, and they're like, well, you guys have sanctuary cities. It's time for you guys to nut up or shut up, because we can't keep harboring these people here and letting them live on our streets and assistance and taking up the jails and the hospitals and everything else. So, looks like you guys are going to start getting busloads of them because we can't do this. And to be honest with you, this is not just the United States' fault. It's not just the sanctuary city's fault. This is also Colombia's fault. This is also Venezuela. It's also Mexico, because they know the process. They know they're making money off of it. These cartel members, the narcos or whatever, they're making money off of it. And they're allowing this to happen because the politicians and these criminals are making money off helping these people and escorting these people in here. The government is extorting the people on their 6-month programs and stuff in Mexico before they even let them roam Mexico freely without getting in trouble. There's a process all the way from the south all the way to the north, and it's all of these people are all in bed in some way, shape, or form, perpetuating this. They're making money off of it, and they understand that they want to try to topple the core of the United States. They want this all to be a socialist type environment here. And it's up to us to stop that from happening, unfortunately. I don't think people understand how serious this is. Good people are going to end up having to do some bad things. Anyway, a little bit more of the insight on why so many Venezuelans are here, but it's not just Venezuelans either. It's Asians, it's Middle Easterners, it's different people from the southern Hispanic regions. And a lot of these people are criminals, crooks, rapists, traffickers, already being caught here in the United States, already tied to different gangs back home where they come from, already using the people that are coming here with them for pleasure and money, whoring out the women and stuff that come here with them. Why do you think there's so many women that don't want to come here now? Because of what's been going on, and because of all the men that have been let out of the prisons that are here. It's time to wake up. Y'all have a great day. Be blessed, and thanks for listening.